Beautiful sounds, and it's happening right here on the Gospel Cruise with your boy Antonio, the Yellow Dove, and of course my friends call me the Prince of Kabwata. Yeah, Jesus Christ, King of all kings, is who we follow. All right, Ada over there, a lot of people have been requesting for her on social media, and she's simply saying, I will testify. In studio, I do have with me Carol. She's backed a lot of artists in Zambia. You might not know her, but she's done a lot of work and want to shine a light of grace on her today. Carol, welcome to Gospel Cruise. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah, and your guitar person is with us today as well.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Awesome, awesome. How have you been? How's ministry?
I've been good. And ministry is awesome.
Ministry is awesome.
Yes.
The first song that obviously people might remember you from is the one you did with Kabova.
Yeah.
That was Mubige, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe before we get into our chat, let's get a snippet of that, refreshing our minds to that Carol anointing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tata neti langu fweni amalumwayo ayotwaleta pailelo Yahweh ngete pene wakabova walelumanye shina yenu Maka chachinele sawa maka Moliva luce chachinele sawa luce Amalumbo ayotwaleta kujipuna chenu Pokalele ni yawe Pokalele ni tata Pokalele ni yawe Amalumbo Toaleta Kuchipuna chenu yawe Mubige Uyulesai we mubige Mubige Uyulesai we mubige Molivamaka Chachinele sawamaka Molivaluse Chachinele sawaluse That's it.
Amazing song. How was it working with Kabova? Because I can imagine the drama in the studio. I know it's been a while, but you know.
Yeah, I don't forget those moments. Because they were crazy moments, and wow, it's not easy working with Kabova because you'll be laughing all the time.
All the time.
Yeah. Because even when he's saying something serious, he will say it in a joking way. That's just him.
Okay, must
Yeah.
have been a lot of fun.
For sure.
All right, so you know what? Now that we've reminded you who she is, let's go for a musical break, and on the other side, we get to know her a bit more. Here's Pompey, and he's simply saying Maganizo. More with Carol on the other side. Maganizo Pandeke over there. Now, for some of you who might not understand, what he was simply saying is, when you're in the plane and you're looking down, things look smaller. If you're looking at an elephant, at this angle, and I know maybe you have that question as well, Carol. If you're standing eye to eye with an elephant, it looks big. But if you're in a plane and you're looking down, it looks very small. Yeah. So he was saying have that kind of sight, like ulipandeke, because everything looks small. Oh. When you're up there, there's nothing like I'm from Botswana, I'm from Western Province. Well, we can joke about that for now, but there are no borders, there are no lines. We are all one, and problems look smaller. Yeah, so that's why I love that song. It's got a deep meaning to it. But I love how soulful your voice is and how you come out. The first time I heard it in that Mubige song, I loved it. And I heard you in a lot of other songs that you were featured on and you did the chorus. Really great stuff. Where is this passion and inspiration coming from, Caro?
Well, I've gone through so much. And the only thing I can say is that it's only God for me to be here today. You know, there's so many testimonies I can share, but I'll share one or two. You know, I'm a child who comes from a father who's a polygamist. And I grew up with my mom from the time I was, my father married my mom, and then they had me, while he was still having some other wives. Yeah, so after 5 months, my father left for Europe, and I grew up with my mom. When I was 5 months old, I mean, that's when my father left for Europe. Then my mother brought me up to the age of 10. That's when I knew my father. Yeah, that's when he came back to Zambia so that I can at least meet him one-on-one. And 2 years later, my mom passed on. So I was taken up by my father and started staying with my stepmom. Though she wasn't a bad stepmom, she was very nice, kind. Though, you know, she couldn't be a real mom. Like, you know how it is when it's a real mom and a stepmother, there's just that difference. No matter how sweet she can be, you still miss that. So, you know, things were okay. Life was good, but the problem was with my father. My father used to fight a lot with my stepmom. Whenever he comes to Zambia, there must be a fight at least once or twice. So at that moment, they had a quarrel, and it was weird at home because when he gets angry, everyone would like run away. And so it happened that as they were fighting in the bedroom, he broke his bulb. So when he was about to go to bed, that's when he realized that. Then he had to send me because I was the only one around at home. Everyone had gone away. So he sent me to go and buy a bulb at the shopping complex. We were staying in Woodlands by then. So we went to buy the bulb from the shops called Chris Corner. I hope you know that. Yeah, so from there, as I was going, I met this guy. He was just a hello friend. I could say hi to him, just like that. We're not all that close. Yeah, so he just saw me and said, okay, where are you going? This time, all alone. You aren't scared? I said, even if I'm scared, I just have to go because I've been sent. That's when he said, okay, let me give you a push. That's why he escorted me as I was going. We bought the bulb quite all right. On our way back, I don't know what came over him. That's how the guy raped me on the way. And it was all of a shock to me. I couldn't believe what happened to me. I reached home, my father tried to ask me because I was like dirty all over. He
grabbed you along the way?
Yeah. Because there was like, between Woodlands and Chilenje, there were fields. People used to grow maize and stuff like that. So it was during that season when it was bushy like. So no one could come to my rescue because it was late, because it was around 20, somewhere there. So as I went back, my father tried to ask because I was crying. He asked me what was wrong with me. I just told him I fell because I couldn't just say anything to him. I just said I fell as I was walking. Then he just got the bulb and told me to go and clean myself up. So it was just eating me up. And
how old were you, sorry, when he raped you?
I was 17.
17.
Yes. So it was just like eating me up, and no one knew anything about it. So as time went on, I didn't even know that I was pregnant from that. I came to know that I was really pregnant when the pregnancy was about 6 months old. So that's when I realized, because I had to, there was this doctor we used to worship together. He's the one I went to say, I don't know what's happening to me. There's some changes. I'm no longer doing my monthly periods, and they're like for 3 months. So I was like, that's strange. You should come to my hospital and then I'll check. So I went to his hospital. He just touched my stomach and said, "You're 6 months gone." I couldn't believe what he was telling me. I tried to refuse. No, I can't be pregnant. Then he was like, "But why are you refusing? You can't be pregnant. What's the story behind it?" I said, "I can't be pregnant because it's 3 months." And I didn't say anything to him. I stopped 3 months ago, but how? So it was so strange to me. And immediately when he said that, all that came into my mind was that, okay, I can't keep this pregnancy, because if I am pregnant, it's because of that incident that happened, and I'm not going to keep this. So I told him to say, I don't want to keep this pregnancy. Then he said, no, you can't do that. I said, no, I don't want. You don't know what happened to me. So if I keep this pregnancy, it's going to torture me for the rest of my life. He kept on asking me why I was saying that. I couldn't tell him anything. So he saw how serious I was. He had to call my bishop, say I was with Karen. He just lied to me to say, okay, come tomorrow. We'll see what we can do. Immediately I left, he called my bishop and told him everything that happened to me. Then he told him that she wants to abort. Please, if you can find time to talk to her so that she doesn't do that. That's how the bishop called me to go and see him. I had to go to his office. Then he asked me questions. What's happening in your life and things like that, just to find a way for me to open up and explain to him. And I had to explain a little bit, though I couldn't tell him about the rape, because it was like, it was something that I never wanted to talk about. So when I was telling him, he just told me, whatever happened for you to be pregnant was a wrong thing, but you aborting will be, again, another great sin that you will commit. So please don't do that. I still didn't want to listen to the bishop. I told myself, okay, I'll go to UTH and talk to the doctors that side. So as I went to UTH, they said, okay, why do you want to abort? I said, I just don't want to keep this baby because I'm still young. I'm not just ready. So the doctors played with my mind by showing me what happens when they are doing whatever, when they want to abort. So the video really scared me a lot. I couldn't finish watching that video. I just picked my bag and left. I never did that. That's how with time, I kept on trying to accept that, okay, it's fine that I'm pregnant. And by then, when all that was happening, my father had already chased all of us from the house. We don't know what happened to him, because before then he had stopped paying for my school fees. Let me say for all of us who were staying in that house, to say, I've stopped paying for your school fees because you're supporting your mother and things like that. Whatever was happening between him and his wife, he could involve us as well in some ways. So we couldn't understand him, why he was doing that. And in the end, he just called the house to say, I don't want to find anyone in my house. And we were all shocked, but why is he saying that?
So did he know about the pregnancy?
No, he didn't. He didn't know anything. So when he just said that, my stepmom had already gone to stay with her mom, and myself and my brother, we just said, okay, we'll find our ways I don't know where. So I found my refuge at church. My bishop had to talk to some people who were staying in Lusaka West. That's where I went to stay there. And during my stay there, that's when I discovered that I was pregnant. And because of that, where I was staying again, they didn't want to keep me because of my pregnancy. That's how another lady from our church offered to say, okay, she can stay with me since I stay alone and with my daughter. So she's welcome to stay with me. That's how I went to stay with her. So because of the rejection that I was facing at that moment, I thought of killing myself. And at that time, I just took some chloroquine and some different drugs, which I didn't even know the names. I also took the ashes, combined everything, and took at night when the lady I was staying with was asleep. So as I was asleep, as I was about to sleep, I even prayed to say, okay, God, you just have to forgive me on this one because I can't live like this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the rejection. And so as time went on, to my surprise, when I took that, as I slept, I woke up and nothing happened to me. I started asking myself, did I really take that? Or it just, I don't know, I couldn't understand that. And no one knew about it. So I kept on wondering why God wanted me to be alive by then. Because of all that I tried to do, it didn't work out. So I came to realize that God had a purpose for my life. And the purpose that God had for me was to sing for Him. It was hell. After I gave birth, because during the pregnancy I had a problem with my leg. It used to pain a lot, and I couldn't know where the pain was coming from. So I ended up walking like I was lame. And when I went to the doctors to say, okay, I don't know why this pain is getting worse every day. So they asked me, what really do you feel? I explained. I even told them it has even made me to walk the way I'm walking. And the doctor was surprised to say, I thought you were lame. I didn't know it's the pregnancy that is causing this. So they saw that it was serious. That's how they told me to, they referred me to UTH. As I went there, I was admitted. I stayed in the hospital from 7 months up to the time I delivered. Okay, I was discharged for a week. They told me to come back. And then when they saw that I was still pregnant and it had grown too big because I delivered at 11 months, 2 weeks. So the pregnancy had prolonged. So that was also worrying the doctors because they couldn't do much to help me with where the pain is coming from because of my condition. So I had to wait until I deliver. That's why they said, that's when we can help you, after that.
You have a very amazing story. I mean, it's very touching. I'm interested to know, where is the child there now?
Yes, the child is there.
And when you look at that child, do you see the rape?
No.
How are you able to see, the blessing of God and not go back to the place where you were hurt? Because there are a lot of youths watching who, I've heard of stories where young girls get pregnant because, they were drunk. A lot of situations happening. In a nutshell, as we get to close the interview, what's your encouragement to that lady who's been through a lot and through such things? How can they look back and not see the hurt and the pain?
It takes one to accept what has happened to them, that it has happened and it has come. And whatever happens to us, God allows it. If God has allowed it, then He knows that there's a way out.
There's a way out.
Yeah, so you don't have to keep it to yourself so much and condemn yourself or blame yourself for the rest of your life that my life is doomed. nothing good will ever happen to me, because here I am. I'm happily married with to a very loving husband. So much, a very good understanding. I don't even know how I can explain it, because
it's made your life beautiful.
Yeah, and he has managed to make me believe that there's still good. Even after all the bad things that happen to me, you can still enjoy life.
Amen.
So I thank God for that, because he's wiped my tears. I'm no longer shedding tears, because he's always there for me. He's always been providing for my family, for everything. I mean, he's just awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The testimony is touching. I'm almost shedding tears myself. But let's close with that beautiful song that you've done called Be Still.
Yeah, this song, when I was singing it in the studio, it's because of what I've been through. And because of that, it made me to write this song to just encourage somebody out there who's going through a similar situation like mine.
Okay.
But God is there.
Okay.
Be still and know that I am God.
All right. Beautiful.
Doesn't matter what you've been through, my brother. Doesn't matter what you've been through, my sister. Keep your faith and trust in God. Keep your faith and trust in God. Listen to what God is telling you. I left my throne, came down for you, died for your sins, took away your sins, took away your pains, took away your sorrows. Then why should you cry? Then why should you worry? Be still, I know that I am God. Be still, I know that I am God. Be still, I know that I am God. I took away your Lord, gave you my Lord, 'cause my Lord is lighter. I will give you rest, I will give you peace. All I want from you is your faith. Trust in me, and I will give you everything that you need. Sumina chetekela ine kapela fiance. Chakosa kuline busha mafia shukwete mayo busha buchuchi shukwete tata njeba ngasha bombe ndomba ngasha kupele fiance ula kabila kuline wala sanga fiance le fire kuline wala belwa chetekela wila ila chetekela wila ishanya wala belwa mwana chetekela wala pelwa. Mwana wani winenuka nela sobe na yeshiva vyose ukabila mumwe obe chetekela wala pelwa. Be still, I know that I am God. Be still, I know that I am God. Be still, I know that I am God. Be still, I know that I am God.
On your favorite TV station, straight from God's diversion. This is real and not a fiction. But in the good news all over